If you are doing things with a lazy attitude, there is a high chance you're going to produce results that are no good compared to a version of yourself where you feel driven, motivated, and energetic. You're going to produce completely two different results. Hello, everyone. My name is Ruben Cabrera, and today I will be sharing with you what I have learned from watching The Last Dance Episode 8, Michael Jordan's documentary. One of the first things that I learned from watching this documentary is that Michael creates these illusions or these mental games or these beliefs inside of his head to create energy, to create drive and passion to produce results that he desires, like a winning result. For example, I will be sharing with you some quotes from the documentary from Mark Vansel. Michael holds himself to such a high level. He'd find a game within the game to keep him interested. There's nothing he would not do to get himself to the place where he's going to beat you. One quote from Ahmad Rashad, if I pronounced that right. He's always finding some place to find something to get him all fired up. He's always finding some place to find something to get him fired up. So what I got from this is that let's say he's facing a real life scenario in his life. For example, let's say he's going to work or he has to do homework and he doesn't feel driven. He feels lazy about it. He doesn't feel like he's motivated. He doesn't have the energy like, I don't want to do this. So let's say he doesn't feel motivated or driven. So he's going to create this mental game inside of his head that allows him to perform at the level he wants to perform. For example, there's a scene in a documentary where they talk about how Michael lost a game. I forgot to what team, but he loses a game and one of his opponents tells him, "Nice game, Michael." And a lot of people say that his opponent never told him that. And some people believe he did. But what we do know is that Michael will create these things. So for example, let's say his opponent never told him that, but inside of his head, he said that he created it like if his opponent did tell him that. And he's like, all right, you're telling me nice game. All right, you're telling me nice game. I'm going to show you what a nice game looks like. All right, you're telling me nice game. I'm going to show you what a nice game looks like. So he would do things like that. Well, I feel like he would according to the quotes. Because this is not the first time that they mention that he does that. They mention it a bunch of times. And I feel like that is really, really, really interesting. Because this is not the first time I hear that. But to actually take it to that level where you actually use it to your advantage and to drive you, I feel like it's really powerful. For example, let's say you don't feel motivated to do your homework, but you create this scenario or this story in your head that allows you to finish your homework. For example, let's say if you're a guy or if you're a girl and if you're a guy, you're trying to get the girl, and you say if I do my homework, the girl's gonna like me because she's gonna think I'm smart or that I got an A+. If I get an A+, I'm gonna get the girl. So, and with a girl and guy, vice versa. I feel like you could create that story in your head and it could drive you to finish your homework. I know it's a silly example, but I hope you get the point. And I feel like that is powerful. So maybe if you feel like you lack energy in one area of your life or your task that is aligned with your goals, you now have some type of strategy that you can use. You don't have to use the same strategy as a girl or boy. That could be kind of stupid to you, but you could create one that makes sense to you, or that can drive you and create some source of energy. If you haven't watched the documentary, I highly recommend you to watch it so you can better understand the example that I am trying to share with you. You can listen to the people themselves explain this to you, and I highly recommend it because there's so much more that you can learn. And just from watching him perform and speak is just kind of like it is powerful. It is powerful to hear the man speak, and he's just a successful figure in this world, and that's what we are doing here. We are studying success and what has led these people to be successful. Another thing that I learned is from Tim Grover, his personal trainer. I will be sharing with you some quotes. After the season, usually there's a time period where Michael takes some time off. The night they lost to Orlando, I said, Michael, you know, I'm about to get out of here. Let me know when you want me to see you. He goes, I'll see you tomorrow. He said, if you're going to sit down and take 3 hours out of your day to watch me on TV, I have an obligation to give you my best. To give you my best all the time. This is powerful. Powerful. You know, so Michael was playing against this team and they lose the championships, right? So he felt like instead of taking a break, I'm gonna put in the work. He's gonna put in the work, extra work. You know, and that is powerful. I just want to reread this to you just so you can see how powerful it is. Or if you don't want me to listen to me, watch the documentary. After the season, usually there's a time period where Michael takes some time off. The night they lost to Orlando, I said, Michael, you know I'm about to get out of here. Let me know when you want me to see you. He goes, I'll see you tomorrow. He said, if you're going to sit down and take 3 hours out of your day to watch me on TV, I have an obligation to give you my best. To give you my best all the time. Moment of silence. Moment of silence. Why? Because I want you to take this in. Pay close attention to the words that I just said. I have an obligation to give you my best. To give you my best all the time. That is extremely powerful. What would your life look like if you promised yourself, you made a commitment that you will give the people around you or your performance the best you can all the times? What would your life be like? Envision it for a second or a minute or however long you want. Right now you can pause the video or after the video. I feel like that is powerful because it's just like the way he looks at things or the way his mindset is set. So right here we learn two things. That if you lose something, that if you're producing results that do not meet your blueprint, the way the way you envision your life, or you're not producing the desired results, maybe it's time to put in more work. So what area in your life are you not producing the desired results? And you need to put more work in. And what will your life look like if you give it your best? I have an obligation to give you my best, to give you my best all the time. Not sometimes, all the time. That is powerful. Why? Because there's a man out there that's doing that. And there's a woman that's doing that. That's maybe one of the things that sets individuals apart from individuals like these. Those who are not giving it their best and those who are. Powerful. If you guys don't know, Michael left basketball to play baseball for a while. And Ahmad Rashad said, after the baseball, he was even more committed, more goal-oriented, and the goals were only winning a championship. After the baseball, he was even more committed, more goal-oriented, and the goals were only winning a championship. So are you playing to win? And are your goals set to win? Thank you for watching. All I ask of you is to share the story.